It's week 2 of the NFL preseason, where depth charts and playbooks will be put to the test. It's the Browns and the Commanders, and it comes your way next.
It's the National Football League, presented by EA Sports. Tonight we move on to week 2 of the preseason, and we've got a good matchup here between the Cleveland Browns and the Washington Commanders. And Charles Davis, happy to be back alongside you, and I'll tell you what, yes, it's just week 2 of the preseason, but now they've got one game under their belts, and a lot of guys trying to prove some stuff down on the field here today.
Not only that, these coaches like to win, and I used to think it really didn't matter who won in the preseason. Then I watched some of those shows that the NFL does, and you see the coaches in preseason after a loss jumping all over their guys. So I learned one valuable lesson. Wins and losses count no matter what time of year it is.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he returns this to the 22. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. Leading the charge will be their quarterback, always fun to watch, Deshaun Watson.
And he makes it so difficult for all defenses because when he's got the ball, it's hard to say when a play is truly over because he can create from any spot on the field and in any situation, even when it appears that he's contained. When he's running your offense, a big play could arrive from any possible spot.
First play, Watson to the air. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. To throw is Watson. Got an open man, that's David Njoku, the tight end. Watson to Njoku there for the Cleveland first. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding it for a short gain.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to get this all the way down to Washington's 8. A big play that time out of Chubb. 48 yards. I think you'd have to say Nick Chubb, pound for pound, one of the most powerful runners in the NFL. He proved it there. They'll run with Chubb. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 and a gain of 3. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up a shutout.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. And I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory, or might he go for it?
Chubb will score. Touchdown, Cleveland. Well, first first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
And he left North Carolina with most of his school's records, and at one point was thought to be maybe the #1 quarterback in his draft class. He does bring deceptive athleticism and plenty of upside to the table. Add some consistency, and maybe he can really unlock what he can be in the NFL.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Watson on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Robinson. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with 2nd down and less than a yard. Back to throw, Watson. This will be caught just inside the 10. Yeah, the Browns are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. It's been all passing all the time on this drive. 5 for 5, and now 1st and goal.
Feels like a case of until they stop us, we might as well keep running the offense that we like to run. Don't change it.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Browns have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. The extra point up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. That time a 6-play drive. And Nick Chubb the one to finish it off as he does so with a touchdown run. From the 6. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
First down, Howell to throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Out to his left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. And the Commanders are going to have it here just past the 25.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick 6 to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders is not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick 6. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
From the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. That pick 6 just a moment ago. Things went from bad to worse. Look up at the scoreboard now. Not looking good here. We'll see if they can put something together on this drive. 1st and 10. 1st and 10 here for Howell and the Commanders at their own 26. They'll start this drive out on the ground. The linebacker, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, on the tackle. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Throwing here, Howell. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they'd left their starting quarterback out there for this second quarter. But I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
And Howell will throw it. And that is incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
So here we go, 4th down, Howell. And he comes back with one complete. And this is going to wind up working out just fine as he'll have a Washington first down. And an exhale there as they convert on fourth. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And incomplete on the deep ball.
So now here in the second week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters to play a little bit more than they did in week one, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along, because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle, no mental mistakes? Are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. You know, during these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now. It's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth, because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, you know, remember, they're carrying 90 now. And with the new rules, they'll carry 90 all the way through the preseason before they make the final cut. Oh, yeah, a lot of guys to learn for these games.
Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
So not only do they convert on fourth, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. We remind you in just a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats. Oh, Howe loses it. There, this is picked up by the Browns. And this one will be returned to right around the 3-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down. Here's Watson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. On 1st and 10, Watson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Watson's throw taken in by Cooper here. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Watson on third down. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. Here's Watson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Throwing again on second down. Watson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Throwing on third down, Watson. And that's going to be caught from Browns. Touchdown. Amari Cooper, 28 yards. And the Browns are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow, because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Extra point right down the middle, and the route is on here in this first half. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's Amari Cooper who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. This will be fielded inside the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Commanders back out late in this first half. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Howell. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Well, at least the stream's working. Now my controller's on. Let me think.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
Oh, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach have already made that decision.
Going for it on 4th. Here's Howell. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. A real head-scratcher there. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. And he missed it. It's no good. But that shouldn't matter a great deal as they still lead by a bundle here. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with a lead. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in just a minute. Week 2 of the preseason is upon us. Each team now with just one more game after this one, and then we will get it all started as we normally do on the first Thursday after Labor Day. Meanwhile, for Washington, they did not have quite the same amount of success in the passing game that their counterparts did, as you get a look at the numbers there. These two coaching staffs are likely using this game as their dress rehearsal for the regular season. So some final adjustments being made. And for the call of the second half, we send it back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2. This one fielded at the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Here come the Commanders for the first possession of the third quarter. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. And now a pass dumped off to his running back.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
Franks now. Got a man. It's De'Ami Brown complete. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
The Franks looking to throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. O'Shane Zimenez coming in for that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Ready?
Franks. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Officially just 27 yards there on the punt, and they will take over 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. This complete to David Bell. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it's 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 46-yard line.
Seven yards there and a first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll work down inside the 45.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. That's complete to Bell over the middle. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So the call there, roughing the passer.
Well, preseason's time for working out the kinks, but sometimes you've got some defenders who are too eager to impress, trying to make this team. And that time we saw one take a shot at the quarterback way too late.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. Well, up big, but still not hesitating to take some shots downfield, CD. I guess they really want to hammer home their dominance in this one.
Yeah, that much is apparent, partner. If they keep completing throws like that, they'll keep that gap awfully wide.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. DJ Swearinger, a sack on the safety blitz.
And on 1st and goal, they decided to throw for it, but the coverage was excellent. And he kept holding the ball, hoping someone would shake free. Instead, he's hit and drop. And now, they're not even in the red zone anymore.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw here. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland.
You got roasted
a 16-yard
for.
touchdown.
I just want you to know that.
And the Browns will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes this 35-0 now. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. This will be fielded inside the 5. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. Washington on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 4. Now Franks. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's going to have a Commander's 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st down, here's Franks being chased out left. And he slings one that's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Over the middle, complete. That's Joseph. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. A 1st down throw. Here's Franks. He finds his man, complete. It's Joseph. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Franks now to throw on 1st down. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns will have solid field position here as they take over at the 45-yard line. CD, this defense, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there on 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Henley, and he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. He'll look to throw. He'll get this to Bell. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Browns 1st down.
They run with 4. And he'll get what he can up the middle. 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That good for 19 and a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll try the left side. Henley. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Now they got to get to the line quickly. On 1st and 10, Franks. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're going to speed things up here.
Complete to number 86. A 3-yard pickup brings us 2nd and 7 at the 32-yard line.
Second down, Franks. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. Short completion, just 4 yards. And it'll be 4th down.
A 4-yard gain. It's first down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Just a little bit. Come on.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
Getting in there.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Working out of the gun, Franks. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
Taken down back at the 49-yard line.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to go deep for Beasley. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, up a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory.
DJ Monster, let's get it. We the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bring it home victory, straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brothers. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over. Call the promoters. I just put up in this thing with my soldiers. I blew it and I'm still. Last minute I'ma need me some. Call up Khalifa. Bring the